Zero. Three.
Gothic architecture is a style of architecture that was very popular in Europe during the medieval period. It started in the 12th century. It was originally called the French style. Gothic architecture is known for its pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses. This kind of architecture was used in cathedrals, abbeys, churches, as well as castles, universities, and a few houses. Gothic churches and cathedrals have pointed arches, clustered columns, glass windows, ribbed vaults, flying buttresses, and gargoyles. The churches and cathedrals are mostly shaped in a crucifix form. The nave, which is the central aisle, and the body is usually taller than it is wide. The transepts cross the nave. The pointed arches and the spirals add to the verticality and height that is a common feature of Gothic architecture. Flying buttresses are semi-arches that support walls from firm foundations. The ribbed vaulting is usually made of stone and is there to support a wooden ceiling. One of the most unique features of the Gothic church is the huge glass areas. The Gothic windows were not just openings, but were pieces of art, stained glass windows. The stained glass windows gave color and were also used to tell stories. Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, France, is one of the best examples of Gothic architecture. The building of the cathedral began in 1163 and was completed in 1345. It is different from many other Gothic cathedrals because it has double aisles, so the transept does not extend beyond the nave. This way it does not have the typical crucifix shape. It was one of the first buildings to use flying buttresses. Buttresses were attached to the nave, and the core, because of the building, got taller and had very thin walls, which were typical of Gothic buildings. Stress fractures were found. To make sure that the walls didn't keep pushing out and that the walls stayed up, flying buttresses were built. The building faces the west. There are two towers which are 226 feet high. The towers were built before the nave was completed, and from the different styles and different heights of the west front and towers, at least 4 different architects were in charge of the building. Standing in front, you see 3 entryways, all with arches and have stone carvings. The central arch shows the Last Judgment. The portal of the Virgin is on the left, and the portal of St. Anne is on the right. The grand gallery connects the 2 towers and is where you see the gargoyles that look out over Paris. The rose window, which is 42 feet in diameter, is in the center. The north and south transepts are unique due to the rose windows, but it is the north tower that is one of the only Gothic era windows to still have most of its original glass. The south tower has the famous bell, Emmanuel, which weighs over 28,000 pounds. The interior has a 115 feet high vaulted nave, double side aisles, and has 37 side chapels. If you stand at the cross of the nave and transept, you can see all 3 rose windows inside the Notre Dame.